Good morning. All right, we're in. We're going to be doing a special series. Obviously, these are extenuating circumstances. We're in uncharted territory when it comes to e-learning and how that applies to what we're doing and what it looks like for Warsaw Community Schools and our students. Nate and I wanted to get together and think about how can we provide a little bit more support. So we're going to try to do this every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday throughout our e-learning weeks here as we look at what does e-learning look like throughout this process. Something new, something different, and unfortunately or fortunately, it's going to force us all into something that's a little irregular and a little bit different than what we're used to. So the first thing that we wanted to look at, we wanted to show you, is maybe just probably one of the easiest check-in pieces. Something that you can do really quick. This may be at the beginning of a course. Shoot, it may even be a lesson for a day, or it could be something you provide for students on off days as well, on those Tuesdays and Thursdays where there may not be a new e-learning lesson for them to tackle or go through, or maybe it's just an open channel for them to use if they have questions. So I'm going to show you Flipgrid. I know in the past on this channel we have talked about um, augmented reality Flipgrid. This looks a little bit different than that. This is more focused to providing an open spot for them to jump in and provide videos or respond to a question or a video. So I wanted to just go ahead and show you that through Flipgrid. Just up front, Flipgrid is free for every teacher, and you have full access to it and access through it because of your being a teacher. So as we go through, you'll kind of see some of those options and some of those availabilities. This is also, you can integrate this through Google Classroom and through Canvas. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So I'm going to come up here to this educator login. I'm going to click that, and it's going to ask me to sign in using one of these login pieces. So I'm going to hit Google, my school email address. And it's going to get me ready. It's going to provide me some short tutorial, show what I have, how I can set it up. So I'm gonna exit out of that, and I'm just gonna kind of show you um, just kind of the initial layout. So here we have just the overall My Grid. So Flipgrid works in grids. They're kind of like classrooms almost, if you can imagine that. And how these are set up are through those grids. So if you want to go here and hit add new grid, then I'm going to title it. Let's go ahead and title it My Classroom. And this can be any title that you're kind of thinking about. You can require them to use a school email, a student ID, or you can just kind of share it out generally. So for now, I'm going to use just a school email. All of our students should have a school email, and as they go through there, they'll be able to log in with those and access through that way. At Warsaw Schools is going to be kind of the default, and I can add in other students as well so that they get that flip code sent to them directly and they have to access through there. So right now we're just going to kind of leave it blank. With that, it's going to allow it to go. We'll go to next. So I've created one. It's got my code here. I can copy that and send that link individually to people or to students, and it'll go there. Or I can send out, share it to Google Classroom. I can share it on Remind if I have one of those. Or I can copy and embed code, and I can drop that into Canvas as well. So that embed code is how you would, is one way. There's another way we can show you a little bit later on Canvas that may help you out with that. So we're going to go to my grid. So I can see here, here's my classroom. If I hit the share button, it's going to give me those share options again. Okay, but within that classroom, I also have topics. So I can create topics, and those any of those topics are separate within that class. So that grid, again, is kind of like that overall classroom, and then within there, new topics are kind of like individual assignments, if you see it that way. So when I look at an individual topic from this area, I can edit that topic. I can provide some different actions. I can edit. I can record my own response to it. I can add guests to it. So if I have somebody who I want to speak on this, some other pieces, I can hide a topic. I can move it to another grid. I can duplicate it if I just want to make another one. I can export all the data from one, or I can just delete it altogether. It's just some general actions. And then I can also change the status of an individual topic. So it's active, it's open, it's frozen, meaning it should close responses. They can't make any responses. They may be able to view and see what's in it, but they may not be able to add to that topic. Then I can also hide it completely where they may not see it from this grid within this classroom here. Okay. I can also hit share and share an individual topic to um, specific students. So let's say I had one specific topic that I wanted to share to all my students as opposed to the whole grid or to a specific class. I can share an individual topic as well, send that link to them, send this individual code to them. So we're going to go ahead and go to editing a topic, and we're looking at all of these different setup options here as we go through. You can play with however it's going to fit your needs the best. I'm just going to kind of give some best practices as we look at it and go from there. So something quick and a great idea for especially early on with these e-learning days, or again, like I said, on the Tuesdays or Thursdays as they want time to maybe interact or anything like that, you can provide just a quick hello or a check-in. Okay, Wednesday check-in on Flipgrid, and this is going to be great, especially for this situation that many of our students are in, just to get an idea of where they're at, what they're doing, how they're going through this process, and a way to um, put faces and put that interaction on a face-to-face level as opposed to just messaging back and forth, maybe through email or through some sort of chat feature in Google or in Canvas. So just something to really record a video, say hi, tell us what's going on, things like that. So the title, recording time, I can change up to 5 minutes. And then I can also provide a prompt for them. So if I have something more specific, like a question I want them to answer, or I want them to record something very specific, I can provide that within that prompt. I can also change some media to engage with them, and I can provide a focus for them as well. So a topic tip, you can provide a little bit of info in there to help students answer that topic, whatever it may be. And I can also add attachments. So I can add a Google Doc to it if there's some sort of prompt out of there, or maybe there's something, a scope and sequence that I want them to go through as they record. I can add that as well as the title for that attachment. Okay. Topic status, you can provide video moderation. So if this topic is moderated, videos will be hidden from students until you activate them. So you can review them and see and make sure that they're good for the rest of the class to see at that same time. You can turn on or off student to student replies. So if they want to reply to another student about their individual video, they can. You can set the status prior to posting this, active, frozen, or hidden. So again, view only and frozen, hidden, they can't see it, and then active, they can respond as well. Launch and freeze dates, when this is going to open for them and when this is going to freeze for them, when it's going to become view only for them, and you can set those for whatever time. Video features, they can add specific things to their videos and to their thumbnails of their videos. They can add a selfie and a video. They can add just a selfie. You have some options there. Video editing, students can change, rearrange, trim, edit their clips once they record them to fit whatever they want. They can add a title, hashtag, all these different options down here, so that if you want these on or off based on how you want this assignment and or topic to look, you can just toggle these on or off to help with that process for students. Feedback, you can provide feedback on these, and you can turn these up or down. You can create a rubric within that custom feedback, and that it'll be applied to those videos that receive, or you can just provide basic feedback to them and give them feedback on their videos itself. So all these different options that can go into an individual topic itself, just the topic. So again, topics are kind of like assignments. If I ask students to just check in on this assignment, this topic, I'm going to give them 90 seconds here to answer the questions that I have in my prompt, and they're going to have these options as they do that. Once I'm done, I can hit update topic, and it's going to make it live. A good idea, especially for some of these assignments, depending on how you are setting it up. You can start it as the teacher. So if this is just a simple check-in, a hello, hey, how is everybody? I would suggest recording your own response and giving yourself, kick it off with your kids. Show them that you're willing to take that chance. You're willing to make that connection with them, and show them this is how it's done. This is how we should act professionally in a situation like this. This is a great way to start this off, this whole process of extended e-learning, by demonstrating what it looks like to be academic or professional within an online space. As we know, I think some of our students struggle with that. What does that look like on an online space? Because a lot of the online spaces that they've interacted with are informal, whether it's video games, it's FaceTime. Those are informal things for them. But if we can show them, here's how you project yourself, here's how you interact in an academic or a professional way, so that they understand the tone of how it should look, definitely something that they can benefit from. So once I have this topic, I can also jump back to my grid and see responses, how many responses, and how they're working within it. I can also make some changes to the grid itself if I need to. So this is that overall grid again, and I can do all those different pieces. Again, go through these, check these out. I'm not going to insult your intelligence, and don't assume that you can play around with this, and totally understand that these are all experiments for us at this point. Like I said at the beginning, this is uncharted water. This is something, we have not experienced this extended e-learning, so we're going to make some mistakes, hopefully not fatal. And we're gonna do some things that are a little outside of our comfort zone, which I think is great to show students this is how this is supposed to look. So as I update this grid, and this is just the first, like I said at the beginning, this is the first of what we want to do every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So, when you jump onto this channel and see the videos that are coming out, expect the volume of those videos to come out more regularly. And please, please, please look back, check ones maybe you haven't seen yet. Look at ones that maybe you're looking to mess around with. These are just hopefully things that you can help out with. And if you have feedback in any way, or questions of any way, Nate and I are here for you through all of this. And we will try to be as courteous and mindful of your time as we go through that we can try to get those responses to you in a timely manner, so that you can prepare for your next e-learning lesson. So, we're thinking of all of you. We're praying for all of you as we go through this. We're praying for our kids and our students through all of this, as they're dealing with something completely new and completely different. But we know, if we kind of band together, collaborate together, and work together, it's something that is definitely a task that is something we can do together. So, we really want to help you guys through this, and figure out a way that we can champion you, and bring you through this and get you through to the other side with some really cool and innovative ideas. So I apologize for the length of this first video, but I just really wanted to speak to, this is new, it's untested, or it's something that we haven't done as a community yet, but hopefully as a community we can tackle it together and do something really, really cool for us as teachers and for our students as well. Thank you for the time, and be on the hunt and be on the look for other opportunities to try some new things throughout this, and do some cool new stuff. Thanks.